True, nervous, very, very dreadfully nervous I had been, and am. But why will you say that I am mad? The disease had sharpened my senses, not destroyed, not dulled them. Above all was the sense of hearing acute. I heard all things in heaven and in the earth. I heard many things in hell. How then am I mad? Hearken, and observe how healthily, how calmly, I can tell you the whole story.
You have reached the point of no return.
It is impossible to say how the idea first entered my brain, but, once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none, passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me, he had never given me insult. For his gold I had no desire. I think it was his eye. Yes, it was this. One of his eyes resembled that of a vulture, a pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, blood ran cold, and so by degrees, very gradually, I made up my mind to take the life of the old man, and thus rid myself of the eye forever. Now this is the point. You fancy me mad. Madmen know nothing. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work. You would have laughed to see how cunningly I thrust it in. I moved it slowly, very, very slowly, so that I might not disturb the old man's sleep. It took me an hour to place my whole head within the opening, so far that I could see him as he lay upon his bed. Ha! Would a man have been so wise as this? And then when my head was well in the room, I undid the lantern cautiously. Oh, so cautiously. Cautiously, for the hinges creaked. I undid it so much that a single thin ray fell upon the vulture eye. And now have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over-acuteness of the senses? Now, I say, there comes to my ears a low, dull, quick sound, such as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. I knew that sound well, too. It was the beating of the old man's heart. If you still think me mad, you will think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. The night waned, and I worked hastily, but in silence. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. I went down to open it with a light heart. For what I had now to fear? There entered a man, who introduced himself with perfect suavity.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Pretty good. I'm Mark Doris.
I smiled.
Been from Cincinnati over
For
the
what had I to fear?
Just coming around
I
saying
bade
hi
the
to
gentleman
everyone,
welcome.
neighbors.
Oh, wow. Well, I'm just making some brownies. Would you like to help me?
I would love some brownies.
The kitchen's right over
Can
here.
I lick the spoon?
Oh, yeah. Of course. So this is the living room, and
It's lovely.
if you'd like, you can take a seat. I'll be right back. Well, it appears the brownies are still cooling, but I have some tea and grapes if you'd like that instead.
Grapes. Are they organic?
Yeah, the farm down the road, about, I don't know, 20 minutes away. I actually sold him the fertilizer that he used to grow these grapes.
Oh yeah?
It took me a while.
You're in the fertilizer business?
My head ached, and I fancied a ringing in my ears, but we still sat and still chatted.
What brings
The
you?
ringing became more
Cincinnati, I was,
distinct.
involved
I talked
in
more freely to get rid of the
dog breeding. Very
feeling,
competitive.
but it continued and gained
Large breed
definitiveness, until at length I found that the noise was not within
But
my
I was kind
ears.
of muscled out of my territory, you see.
How so?
Force. Gunpoint.
Dog breeding. So, wait, are there deaths involved? Or
Not that you
you
can.
don't, why would you don't want to kill people with a dog? That's just insane.
No, I imagine yes, it
Does
is.
that mean you have to, like, kill things?
Once in a while, it's like put them out of their misery.
No doubt I now grew very pale, but I talked more fluently and with a heightened voice. Yet the sound increased, and what could I do? It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton.
It wasn't.
Was it possible they hear not? Almighty God, no, no. He heard. He suspected. He knew. He was making a mockery of my horror. This I thought, and this I think. But anything was better than this agony. Anything was more tolerable than this derision. I could not bear his hypocritical smile no longer. I felt I must scream or die, and now again. Hark! Louder, louder.
All right, I fucking killed him. Okay. You really wanted to know. You really wanted to know, didn't you? You really did. The guy came into my house. I didn't want him here. All right. You want to see it? You wanted to see it. All right, we're going. Let's just go.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
like
go.
talking.
We're going.
All right. Smothered him in his own bed, with his own bed, trying to drag him down here, in here, in here. Took him off. There he is! Oh my God!